hundreds of families who have fled the devastation area have found comfort and faith in each other. They worship together every Sunday at Franklin Avenue Baptist Church in Houston. Franklin Avenue in Houston is the sister church to the original one in New Orleans, where many of these families shared their lives together before the hurricane. Dr. Shannon Verrett is the pastor at Franklin Avenue Baptist Church in Houston, and he joins us now. Dr. Verrett, thank you so much for joining us. We're very grateful.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, tell me about how members of your congregation are observing this very emotional weekend.
We are actually in a time of reflection, blessings, and celebration. We are spending our time together just reflecting collectively as a church body and a group of individuals coming from New Orleans, just reflecting on what God has brought us through over these past 10 years.
Go ahead.
We're actually celebrating the 10 years in terms of our lives being rebuilt and being renewed spiritually as well, and just celebrating life here in Houston.
Yeah, and you talked about spirituality. One of the pieces that I read said that a lot of members of the church still feel like their spiritual roots remain in New Orleans. Do you feel that way?
Well, our spiritual roots started in New Orleans, but we're rebuilding and having new spiritual roots that are actually being solidified here in Houston because of the relationship that we first have with God, and then the relationship that we're able to share with each other in fellowship. We're being strengthened each and every day.
You and I were talking in the break, and you said hundreds, if not thousands, relocated to the area. And I want to ask you, what motivated you to stay in Texas personally, and what did you hear from other members of your congregation who decided to stay?
Well, for me personally, my wife experienced the demise of her mother, her aunt, and her uncle, and she basically said she didn't want to return back to the city. There were great opportunities here.